The Latin phrase Labor Omnia Vincit was part of the Grand Seal of Oklahoma Territory. The notion that labor conquers all was viewed as a natural motto for the frontiersmen working to tame the newly opened lands. The phrase itself goes back to the poet Virgil more than 2,000 years ago. It was part of a poem written to encourage Romans to take up farming. After statehood, the Constitution directed that the state seal would include the territorial seal along with the Latin words. The Constitution does not, however, use the word motto.
There's nothing official. There's mottos or creeds mentioned on different seals or what have you, but there's not a, quote, official state motto.
State Senator Todd Lamb proposes to change that. Senate Resolution 56 declares the state's official motto to be Oklahoma, in God we trust.
I think our founding fathers in Oklahoma would agree with that. I believe the far majority of Oklahomans would agree with that as a state motto, and it's something we're considering doing. It's going to be tough to get that done this last week of session, but we're considering that and trying to get it fit into the agenda.
Lamb argues that In God We Trust goes back to the same Francis Scott Key poem that serves as the basis for the national anthem. It began appearing on coins during the Civil War and was adopted as the official federal motto in 1956. Though the U.S. motto contains no punctuation, Senator Lamb's version for Oklahoma has an exclamation point at the end. Lamb says he would be in favor of amending the Constitution to adopt In God We Trust in Oklahoma. That would require a vote of the people.
I'd still like to pursue that. I certainly would. I think it's just a very important statement to say In God We Trust. It's our national motto, and for our state to reflect that, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Lamb says he is not trying to replace Labor Conquers All. He says his resolution, if it passes, would not require changing the state seal.
Somebody else may pursue that, but all this is doing is just saying, as a state, our official motto is In God We Trust. Okay. Period. Or exclamation point.
With just 4 days left in the legislative session, Lamb says he may not run the resolution this year. In that case, he says he is planning on reviving the issue next spring. At the state capitol, Rasmussen, the Oklahoma News Report.